Ag PhD full episodes and more are now available on Acres TV, the newest ag platform connecting you to fields of information. Look for us on watchacrestv.com.
During our Farm Basics time today, we're going to talk about automatic shutoffs on planters and sprayers.
When you think about big equipment working through fields that are nice and square and just perfect so it takes an even number of passes for that machine, well, this isn't a really important topic. However, I've never farmed one of those fields, Brian. Every field we've got, it seems, has a weird angle or another little part that's a little small.
I think we might have one. One. But yeah, the point is, as farmers, here's what we've struggled with over the years. If we have these uneven fields, or like for us, we farm in the contour and around terraces and everything, you all of a sudden have overlaps, whether it was planting or spraying, and then you had too many plants. You had over-application or under-application of herbicides. It caused lots of problems, yield loss in a lot of cases, and too much or too little expense.
Well, this is one of those things. When farm inputs are expensive, it really catches you off guard. You say, man, I don't want to waste a few extra pounds over here in overlap. That's a problem. But the other thing that I look at, when the combines run through the field, we see less yield in those spots too when things get overlapped or they get missed.
And it's possible you could hurt next year's crop too by something that you do this year. And this has become more of a challenge the bigger the farm equipment is. So it's no big deal if you've got a one-row machine. But today on our farm, we're running 24 rows when we plant corn and soybeans. We're running 120-foot wide spray boom. Well, if you don't shut off at the right spot, you could have a big problem. I mean, it could be a great big area, because even you think about just one little swath with a 120-foot spray boom, that's covering a lot of area.
Well, it's pretty interesting now with the kinds of equipment that we've got and the monitoring systems that know exactly where we've been in the field and where we haven't been in the field. When we get to one of those areas that we've already been to, we've got automatic shutoffs now on many pieces of equipment, whether it's a sprayer or a planter, that can just shut off in that zone, not apply anything, and just apply to the areas that we haven't treated yet, and it's worth so much money for farmers.
Yeah, so basically the way it works is once it senses that, hey, it's an area that we've already planted or already sprayed, it will shut off, like Darren said, in that zone or section, as we might call it. But there is also the capability now to shut off each individual spray nozzle, each individual row on the planter. It's really nice. So now everything across a field can look even, and you've also spent the appropriate amount of money on that field, not overspent or underspent, so hopefully you're able as a farmer to maximize yield.
Well, it's just one of those tools for farmers that helps them do the best job for the environment and also for their pocketbook. It's a win-win situation.
Another win-win situation is if you get our Weed of the Week under control in order to get top yields. We'll tell you how to do that later in the show.